Hello everyone. Our today's topic is vacuole in the chapter Cell, the Fundamental Unit of Life, Class 9 Biology. So today we are going to study about the vacuole. What is vacuole actually? Vacuoles, you can say these are membrane bound organelle which are present inside the cell. They are formed by endoplasmic reticulum, or you can say Golgi apparatus. Actually, endoplasmic reticulum forms them and Golgi apparatus modify it. Got it? So here we can say these are, you can say, sac-like structures or membrane-bound vesicles. These are filled with fluid. So fluid-filled membrane-bound vesicles derived from endoplasmic reticulum or Golgi apparatus or Golgi bodies. These are known as vacuoles. Is it clear? So vacuoles we are talking about, generally they are found in plant cells. Plant cells, they occupy about, you can say, they can occupy about 90% of the space in plant cell. So they are that much big in plant cell. But generally if we are talking about the animal cell, so they are very small in size in animal cell, or we can say in most of the animal cells they are absent. Mostly they are found in protozoans only. And what is their function? If we are talking about their function in plant cell, they can be seen like this. So this is the plant cell. It's the, you can say, cell wall and cell membrane, and these are various organelles which are present. It is nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, ribosomes, chloroplast. We have studied in the last class. So here we can see this is the vacuole. This is fluid filled, you can say, organelle, or you can say fluid filled sac-like structure of vesicle. Here it is covered by a membrane. The name of membrane is tonoplast. It's important you can remember the name. The name is tonoplast. It is the outer covering of the vacuole which separates cytoplasm and the inner fluid. Inner fluid. What is inner fluid? The fluid which is present inside the vacuole is known as cell sap. What it is called? Cell sap. So this membrane helps in separating the cell sap from the cytoplasm of the cell. Got it? So basically they are found, you can see, in the middle, and you can say occupy about 90% of the cell space. So what they do, it pushes other organelles and nucleus at the periphery. Periphery, you can say, boundary. So here we can see nucleus is present at the boundary and it occupies the most of the cell space. So generally they are very large in size in plant cell. If we are talking about, you can say, animal cell, in animal cells generally they are absent, or if present they are very small in size. Like we can say, if we are talking about the protozoans, so in protozoans like amoeba, paramecium, these are present. And here this is the nucleus, you can say, and various organelles are present. We are not drawn here. And this is the vacuole. Generally you can say in animal cells they are of two type: food vacuole, or you can say contractile vacuole. Here these food vacuole, what is the function of these food vacuole? These food vacuole, you can say, helps in engulfing the food or taking the nutrition and utilizing it and digesting it. Here with the help of food vacuoles, you can say amoeba takes in the nutrient, or you can say food, and it digests it with the help of food vacuole. That's why these food vacuoles are also known as digestive vacuoles. So it digests the food with the help of food vacuole or digestive vacuole. And another type of vacuoles are also found in animal cells or protozoans, like ciliated protozoans. It is paramecium. What it is? Paramecium. In paramecium we can see the food vacuole and contractile vacuole is also formed. What is the function of contractile vacuole? Actually, if we are talking about contractile vacuole, it helps in, you can say, excretion or maintaining osmoregulation. Osmoregulation of the cell. So here, when generally these, you can say, protozoans are found in water. So to maintain the water balance inside and outside the cell, these vacuoles absorbs and excrete the excess amount of water. Got it? Or you can say waste products also. So they maintain the osmoregulations and sometimes they helps in the movement also. Got it? So here these, you can say, contractile vacuoles contract and relax and helps in maintaining the osmoregulation. You can say water level inside and outside the cell. Got it? Here, so if we are talking about types of vacuoles, we are having three type of vacuoles. One is sap vacuoles, which is found in, you can say, plants. It is found in plants. Sap vacuoles, it is known as sap vacuoles. Here cell sap is present, the fluid which is present inside the vacuole. Next is food or digestive vacuole. Just we saw in amoeba, food or digestive vacuoles are present here, amoeba, paramecium. These helps in engulfing the food material and digesting it and utilizing its energy, and when these are utilized, the waste is excreted out of the body from these vacuoles only. That's why they are known as food vacuoles, or you can say digestive vacuoles. Next is contractile vacuole. What are contractile vacuoles? Here we can see, we are talking about contractile vacuoles. These helps in osmoregulations or maintaining the water balance, just we talk about. Got it? So here we are having three types of vacuoles: sap vacuoles, food or digestive vacuole, or contractile vacuole. Is it clear to you all? Now, what are its function? If we are talking about all over its function, we are having few functions. We can see what is functions in, you can say, cell. Plant cell, it helps in maintaining turgidity or rigidity. What is turgidity or rigidity? Turgidity, we can say, to maintain its shape. Turgid. Turgid. If a cell is turgid, you can say it is like, we can say there is a balloon. Here it is a balloon. Here its boundaries are, you can say, turgid when it is filled with air. Now we leak some air in it. So what happens to its boundary? It shrinks. So it is non-turgid. Like you can say a grape or raisins. So a grape is turgid because it's, you can say, membrane. Membrane is, you can say, having pressure and fluid is filled inside it. So cell is turgid and it helps in maintaining its shape or rigidity. You can say that it has a proper shape and cannot be removed. Got it? So here it helps in maintaining its turgidity or rigidity. Next, it helps in storage. It helps in storage of, you can say, minerals, amino acids, carbohydrates. Got it? So these are stored inside the vacuole also. So in plant cells, you can say these help in storage also. Their function is to store, you can say, minerals, carbohydrates, or amino acids. Next is osmoregulation. Osmoregulation, I told you about the osmoregulation. What is the function of osmoregulation? Or you can say, what is the function of vacuole? It helps in maintaining the water balance of the cell. It helps in maintaining, you can say, when excess of water is present, it excretes out, and the less water is present inside the cell, then it intake the water and maintains the osmoregulation. Next is osmotic concentration. Osmotic concentration, we can say here the osmosis. With the help of osmosis, you can say the water level of the cell is maintained when water is required by the cell. So due to osmotic concentration, only the water is absorbed inside the cell due to osmotic concentration. Last but not the least is digestion. As we told, Yeah, as I told you about you can say food vacuole or digestive vacuoles. It helps in you can say nourishing the cell. It take in food and digest it and utilize its foods. So here it helps in digesting the food particles of food material inside the cell, or you can say inside the animal cell or protozoans only. Now our next organelle is you can say lysosomes. What are lysosomes? Lysosomes are, you can say, spherical sac-like vesicles. What are they? Spherical sac-like vesicles which contains various digestive enzymes. Got it? These are spherical sac-like vesicles which contain various digestive enzymes, and these are, you can say, bounded by single membrane only. So far we have studied the organelles which were bounded by you can say double membrane, and we have divided the organelles on the basis of membrane bound into three types: double membrane, single membrane and without membrane or no membrane. So in you can say double membrane we have plastids, vacuoles, mitochondria, yeah, and so on. In the same way, single membrane. In single membrane organelles, we were having only lysosome only. And these lysosomes are present inside the animal cells only. Where they are present? Animal cells only. They are not present in plant cells. These are single membrane. What are they? Single membrane and contains various enzymes which help in cellular, intracellular, you can say, digestion. Where are they formed? We have studied Golgi apparatus. They are formed inside the Golgi apparatus, and they contain various enzymes which are synthesized inside you can say endoplasmic reticulum or Golgi bodies. It contains various digestive enzymes, so its main function is of digestion. Got it? So now one by one we are going to study about all its function. Got it? So as it contains digestive enzymes, so obviously its function is of digestion only, right? So here its first function is you can say they destroy old worn out cell organelles. The cell organelles which are you can say old, or you can say which are destroyed. So here it destroyed, or you can say digest those organelles. Got it? You can say this process is as you can say autophagy. Autophagy means to say self-treatment, right? Next is protects from bacteria and viruses. The viruses or bacteria which enters inside the cell, it digests those bacteria or viruses by its digestive enzymes and protect the cell you can say from those bacteria and viruses. Got it? Next point. Digest stored food and even own organelle during starvation. Starvation you can say here is self-treatment. Starvation, self-treatment, or you can say hunger we can say when they are hungry. So it digests the stored food, the food which is stored inside the cell. It digests that food, and sometimes it digests the own organelles also, which are you can say old or you can say worn out. So it destroy, or you can say it digests those organelles and that stored food. During starvation, it's a self treatment when it is treating the cell. So here during starvation, it digests stored food and even own organelle. Got it? Next function is provide energy by breakdown. Provide energy during breakdown. When it digests the food, it breaks down the food, and when you can say food breaks down, it releases the energy. So it provides the energy also in the process of breakdowning the food particles. So here from here energy is also provided. Got it? Next you can see digest whole cell when cell destined to die. when the cell is destined to die, when its lifespan is about to over, so what it do, it digest, you can see, the whole cell. How it digests the whole cell? Actually, when the digestive enzymes are released inside the cell and its membrane is break out, so all the digestive enzymes are released inside the cell, and with those digestive enzymes it digests all the cell organelles and its membrane. So it completely digests the whole cell, and this process is known as autolysis. What it is known as? Autolysis. And when it is self-treating and digest its own organelles is known as autophagy. In autophagy, it digests its own organelle due to for, you can say, self treatment, and in autolysis it digests its all cell organelles, or you can say whole cell also in this process, and this is known as autolysis. This is known as autolysis. So in this process sometimes it digests the whole cell. That is why it is called the suicide bags of the cell. Suicide bags. Suicide means to say self. Here the cell died because of its self organelle only. That's why it is suicide of the cell. So these are called the suicidal bags or the suicide bags of the cell. Now it is clear to you why we call it the suicide bags, right? Next we can say it helps in intracellular digestion. As I told you, it helps in intracellular digestion. It digests the stored food. It digests the organelles which are, you can say, destroyed or worn out. So it helps in, you can say, intracellular digestion. I hope it is clear to you all, right?